Hello callers, welcome again to another interesting episode of Viva Barca, where we are going to be discussing some very important issues, some very interesting stories as well, starting with Lionel Messi, with these very important and very interesting ones for us the fans, because it has been reported that Messi have finally accepted a 50% wage cut and will sign a 5-year contract with Barcelona, and as per report they are saying that an official announcement will be made by next week. So we are going to be discussing much more on that as we move ahead. Also, we are going to be discussing about this Griezmann Saul swap rumors that we have been hearing for the past couple of days. After some mutterings of such an agreement potentially happening over the past few weeks, I even said the other day that it's still a rumor, but it has not been confirmed. Many sources have been saying that the agreement between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid is now feasible. It is almost there. They are close to reaching an agreement for a swap deal between Griezmann and Saul Niguez. Then finally, we are going to be discussing about goalkeeper Neto. After rumors that Neto is likely to leave Barcelona, as we all expect, it has been reported that Barcelona have rejected 2 bids from 2 clubs, one from the Premier League and 1 club from Serie A. And of course, because the bids do not match what they were expecting for Neto, which now reports are saying that Neto will likely stay at Barca than leaving. So we're going to be discussing much more on that. So guys, as we get ready to discuss those interesting stories, please do well to click on that subscribe button below if you're new to this channel, if you haven't done so, to always stay up to date with every latest on Barca, and also ensure you watch this video right up to the very end so you get all the details you won't want to miss. In a huge development that will bring great relief to the fans, Barcelona and Lionel Messi have reached an agreement in principle over a new 5-year contract, report Sport. An announcement is expected at the end of this week. It further adds, Messi's contract situation has been dominating the headlines for a long while now. The 34-year-old saw his deal with Barca run at the end of last month, June, meaning he has been a free agent for 2 weeks now. While a renewal was already on the cards, Barcelona's financial troubles and the need to comply with La Liga's fair play and salary cap rules complicated matters a great deal. However, it is now being claimed that the club and the player have an agreement in place over a new contract. As per the terms of the deal, Messi will be taking a 50% cut on his previous wages, understanding that the Catalans are in a difficult situation on the financial front. With Barcelona proposing 40% wage cuts for their senior players, the 34-year-old believes that he should be leading from the front and has agreed on lower wages. Furthermore, the report also states that Messi has decided to sign a 5-year deal at Barcelona. It had been previously claimed that the Argentina captain would only be extending his stay by 2 years before moving to the MLS for a stint with Inter Miami. But that does not seem to be the case, as the 6-time Ballon d'Or feels he can, don the Blaugrana jersey for a prolonged time. With the principal agreement in place, club officials and lawyers will now look to complete the final details of the contract before an official announcement is made. That could be done by as early as the end of the week or latest by the end of July, given that Messi is currently away on holiday. The contract would also include a 350 million euros termination clause, the report adds. For further confirmation, as you can see there from Fabrizio Romano from his Twitter account today, he just said Lionel Messi will stay at Barcelona. It's never been a doubt and gonna be announced soon. FC Barcelona, PSG never had any real chance this summer, no talks, only Barca for Leo. New contract could be until June 2026 instead of 2023 to help the club. And now on to the next story of this episode. In yet another major development concerning Barcelona and their transfer activities, COPE reports that the Catalans have reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid over a swap deal involving Griezmann and Saul Niguez. There had been mutterings of such an agreement, potentially happening over the past week, even as Barcelona looked to get Griezmann off their books, while Atletico Madrid made a desperate push to offload Saul following the acquisition of Rodrigo de Paul. Griezmann, who has not had the most pleasant of times during his 2-year tenure with Barca, was keen on securing a return to the Wanda Metropolitano as soon as it became clear that the Catalans wanted to cut him from the squad this summer. In fact, the 2018 FIFA World Cup winner was said to be willing to take a pay cut to push through a deal. As for Saul, the midfielder had seen his involvement reduced quite a bit over the past year under Diego Simeone, with the signing of the Paul further pushing him down the pecking order. With Barcelona having been in the market for a new central midfielder after missing out on Georgino Wijnaldum, and Atletico looking for a new forward, a swap deal made a lot of sense, at least on paper. So if the aforementioned report is to be believed, guys, an agreement is now in place for the transfers to happen unless there's a last-minute swerve from Barcelona president Joan Laporta. Such a deal, if it goes through, will see Barcelona save about 12 million euros in gross salaries per season, with Griezmann's exit and the arrival of Saul, who is valued at 60 to 70 million euros. Now, Griezmann is currently on holiday, as we know, in Ibiza with Atletico Madrid captain Koke, and it's waiting on a call from the Rojiblancos to sign a deal. So as it stands, things seem to be in place for the Frenchman to reunite with Simeone, while Saul looks embarked on a new journey at the Camp Nou. And now on to the final story of discussion. Despite Barcelona having put Neto up for sale and the 31-year-old goalkeeper having expressed his wish to depart the club, Marc-Andre ter Stegen's backup is closer to staying the Blaugrana than leaving this summer, after Barcelona spent 26 million euros plus 9 million euros in variables to sign him from Valencia. A minimum of 30 million euros remained to be amortized. Neto attracted interest from one Premier League club and a Serie A club, but negotiations with Barcelona fell through as they couldn't strike a deal. Except for a last-minute surprise, Neto is expected to start the season with Barcelona as ter Stegen is currently recovering from an injury, and it is unclear whether he will be at Ronald Koeman's disposal for their La Liga Santander opener. Barcelona have placed their confidence in young goalkeepers Inaki Pena and Arnau Tanás, but they are now willing to force them to cover for ter Stegen in crucial matches as the Blaugrana face Sociedad, Athletic Club Bilbao, Getafe and Sevilla in their first 4 games of the 2021-22 campaign. The Catalan club would be willing to part ways with Neto only in the event, a very good offer arrived, as they are, they could now attempt to invest that money in signing his replacement. Neto had to cover for ter Stegen at the beginning of the 2020-21 campaign, and the club were very satisfied with the goalkeeper's display. So guys, with that we come to an end of this interesting episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button below, please endeavor to do so you don't miss out on any latest on Barca here on Viva Barca. Until next time, Visca el Barca!